Hi, Sagittarius. Just making sure that looks clear. I was bending over sideways looking at it. Um, Sag. Okay, so we're taking care of the energies of the day. Welcome to the daily message. My name is Heidi. If you're new here, this is a Sagittarius channel, but all are welcome. Maybe you're not a Sagittarius, but maybe you just said, you know what? I think that is my message. So either or, but I am, of course, loyal to my Sagittarians because I am a Sagittarius sun and moon. And we are so often misunderstood that I felt we needed a place. Okay. We needed a place, Sag. And so, yeah, Sagittarius. It's very interesting, the energies today, because it kind of feels very much self-confrontational. I guess that's the word I'm looking for, if that's a word. But anyway, Sag, let's get on with it, because you know how we are. Like, we can be talking about one thing and then we get distracted and then our thoughts go with it and it's out the window, Sag. Out the window. And speaking of, like, last night's reading was just really confusing to me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally so busy. I don't even know, which often happens when reading Sagittarius, because we there's always so much at once, and it kind of, I don't know, I'm sure you guys watch other readers and it can be all over the place. But when you understand with Sagittarius that while it seems like that, it all connects. You know, that's why a lot of times when we are talking to other people, we have issues. We have problems. Like, I remember, oh, okay, let's tell a story. When I was in freelance writing and marketing, I had a mentor, and they were a Scorpio. And Scorpio is very goal oriented. They're very focused and ambitious, and like, I caused so many trials to this person because of the way I work, like a million different directions at once. And it was really him who said to me, look, you have to start one thing, finish one thing, start one thing, finish one thing. So our energy can be very weird to other people, even when they're just talking to us, because we can talk about 10 different things at one time. And so, one thing that helps is just keeping that in mind. But that doesn't have anything to do with the reading side. This is what it's like being a Sagittarius. Yeah. So the energies, what you're receiving, Sag, I feel like there is this isn't just about you in this reading. This is about, you're needing to sacrifice something to end something for the good of everyone. Okay? Whoever everyone is, that will be relevant to your particular situation. It could be your family, it could be your coworkers, could be your friends, but you're needing to walk away from something. And I don't feel like this is like you need to leave your ex, or you need to cut people off. I don't really feel like it's about that. I feel like, first of all, it's partly about forgiving yourself. Um, and it is about changing a little bit in terms of mindset. So Tiwaz and Kinaz is all about, they're both about endings, and I feel like this is the way. I kind of feel like you're supposed to find a different way here. You're supposed to learn how to be more flexible. And I know there are those that think that Sagittarius is flexible. We are open to change, but we also are very susceptible to our own habits, our own ways of doing things, just like everyone else. And we think our way is the right way. You know, I would say that Sagittarius and Taurus are probably the two signs that are convinced they are right, right? And I feel like you're waking up to some things, maybe possibly even in order to move on to this next cycle in your life, you may be thinking about the past a little bit. Because remember, an awakening is here with transcendence, which is moving from one to another, right? And there is also like this energy of having to let go of a way that you sabotage yourself. Okay? Because we know, to be honest, Sagittarius does. We do. Self sabotage is so. I really feel like you might be letting go of a way that you have been that actually represents your self sabotage. So only you. I think a lot of times with Sagittarius, it is the moving on. Like it is the this isn't working, so I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go, and I'm going to go right now. Without even taking a look at the details. And I feel like that is the thing that's changing. I mean, because you can't just think about yourself. You have to think about others. And there are things that have to be overcome because this is unity. This is another card saying that this is for others. And it's not okay for you to just leave the building, right? You can't. And so there is a sense too, because we've seen a lot of energies lately in your readings about collaboration, working with others, which also means that, it can't be your way or the highway. Sagittarius is very independent and does carry a lot of loner energy, because Sagittarius doesn't like anyone interfering with their movements. But what we're seeing is that you're having to learn how to work with others. And not everyone, you can't always do that. It is basically what it's saying. I'm not raking you over the coals. I'm just saying that, that way you have to stay and fix it. You have to stay and fix it. And it might be like being too rigid or thinking that you can just leave the building when it's not working and screw everybody. No, you can't do that now. And you're changing that because you want unity, you want good relationships, you want all of those things. And so you're not just thinking about yourself, you're also thinking about the relationships in your life. Maybe you just can't do that. Maybe you need to be more flexible now. So let's see. This is your soul. What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. Remind yourself all day that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga. I don't know about yoga, y'all. I'm not a big yoga fan. But anyways, basically what it's telling you is that you're being called, you can no longer do that. You can no longer, pick up stakes and leave the building. You have to stay and work through things with people now because you can't, just think of you. And yeah, I mean, look at this. I feel like you're discovering things about yourself, Sag. With the Eight of Cups and the Page of Wands, that actually could be, because the Page of Wands just jumps into things. They jump, they go to the next adventure. And I feel like that is what you're abandoning. You're going to stand and you're going to work on what's already in front of you. And because, this season for you is about collaboration. I know there are those who are going to argue with me, but that's what's going on, Sag. That's it, Your energy is that you are facing this reality, to be honest. You know, you do want to be independent. You do want to just jump on ahead by yourself. But the Queen of Swords also takes care of people as well. You know, and you're looking towards the future. And Nine of Cups, like you're looking towards the future in terms of, do I want to be alone, you know, or do I want to be different? And it's kind of like with the Queen of Swords also listens. I feel like this is something that people don't really talk about. The Queen of Swords listens to others, but she also, especially in this card, is seeing the future. Is seeing the future. And, you know, you definitely are thinking about your personal future and what you really desire, you know, and the Queen of Swords always makes it make sense. She does. She does. She gets information. She gets information. I actually feel like, you know, what's interesting for me is this air balloon with the million windows. With the million windows. I feel like too, you know, you might be seeing how you need to rise above your own desires on some level. It's so interesting how these cards talk to me. It really is. So some situation you need to be aware of is we're still seeing the Two of Wands, which we were seeing last night. Okay, if you didn't watch that reading, I kind of suggest maybe you do, even though it was focused on love. You know, there's a lot that's going to be going on about relationships. And this is really all of your relationships, not just love. With Venus going into Libra, we're taking a look at all of our relationships. So with the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Cups, I was really feeling two different things here. You could be receiving money from a family member. You could be. But, you know, the Two of Wands says there's a decision that needs to be made on your path. You know, I feel like you can be hearing from a family member. And it makes you happy because the Queen of Cups is, you know, good emotions, actually. It makes you happy, but I feel like you are going to have to make a decision, basically, on where you want to be. And you do have a choice. You can stay where you're at now, or you can go in a different direction. What's the Two of Wands? Two of Cups. Jesus. Two of Cups. There may be something coming up with someone you love. Now, this could be family because Pentacles talk about family. It could be someone asking you to move in with them. It could be about starting a life with someone and being at a crossroads about what you want and what's good for you. What's interesting is that the King of Cups is right next to this. And this is in terms of what would help you, Sag. The King of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. What would help you today is to, you know, because I feel like both of these energies are you. I don't feel as if these are you and someone else. You are having to make a decision on the direction of your life. And this could involve a relationship. This could involve someone that you have a soul bond with, right? But, you know, and they could all of a sudden be putting effort in. But the thing here is this is about what's good for you. And what's good for you is just to, it's kind of figuring out what you want, because the King of Cups and the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords is learning. The Page of Swords is communication. So I do feel like this person may be communicating with you a lot all of a sudden. But I kind of feel like you need to maybe spend time learning something as, a distraction, because I don't feel as if you're ready to make this decision right now. This is a decision about your future, and I just don't feel like you want to make a decision right now. So you may need to just take your focus to yourself and regulating your emotions. And for Sagittarius, a really great way of doing that is learning something, because we thrive on that. I know that seems like out of like a crazy sauce, but and it does. It does cause this person to worry. 9 of Swords with the 10 of Cups and the High Priestess, because they don't know what you're going to do, but neither do you. And so I kind of feel like, as much as this communication might be coming in and someone might be trying to force you to make a decision about the future, I feel like you're not making a decision. Maybe you feel like you need more information, but you're needing to pull it back so you can figure out if this would work. If this would work, Sag. Judgment, exactly. King of Swords and the 3 of Cups. You might be talking to other people that that you feel supported by, but I feel like before you make this decision, you need to give it a lot of thought, and that's what you're doing. So you will probably break communication to think this out, because you don't want to do the wrong thing for yourself. Well, that came out of nowhere, Sag. And truth be told, you're really learning some big lessons lately about how to work with others. And, maybe not be this lone wolf so much, Sag. Interesting. And the universe and the messages are telling you, Sagittarius, change your focus right now. You don't need to make a decision right now. Okay? So they're telling you to focus on something else. Focus on something else, basically. So let's see. What do the animal spirits want to tell Sagittarius? Like, where could they focus their energy? And it's interesting because you're really moving into seeing other people's points of view as well. And you're not being this person who just jumps and leaves the building, but, I don't know. I just feel really strongly like you're not supposed to make this decision right now. Okay. What do you got for Sagittarius? Oh. Okay. Jeez. Forgiveness, let go of your judgments, and Elephant, this is about resolving things. You will overcome any obstacles. And I do feel as if you're searching for answers, specifically on what you should do in this situation. But remember, there is no rush, and the King of Swords tells you that there is a solution, but you have to look at all factors. Look at all factors. Take the time, Sag. So that's what I have for you. Toodles.